Hello and welcome back to the Full 90 Network. Today, me and Cody are talking Manchester Derby. Let's dive in.
How about that for a finish? And Hull City are level. Rooney! Oh! Here's Nani, can he wrap it up? Oh, pick that out! Oh, are you serious? Gareth Bale just on the pitch. One of the best.
Cody, this Sunday, 8:30 a.m., September 14th, Sunday, Manchester City hosts Manchester United at the Etihad for the Manchester Derby. Both teams have been looking not their best in terms of form. Manchester City losing 3 of their last 5. Manchester United losing 2 of their last 5 with 3 draws. What do we see here?
Did you expect Man City to be the team going in with the worst record for the Manchester Derby? Because I didn't expect that, but
definitely not, because I had them as, not favorites, but in the running for a Premier League title. And after the first few games, I'm retracting some statements.
I mean, I know I'm only talking about 3 games, and we're 1 point apart. But no, I'm pleasantly surprised. We got a point advantage. Hopefully, we could get a result this weekend and stay ahead of your Man City boys.
Yes, we shall see. Historically, it's relatively evenly matched. If you look at the overall historical picture, out of 56 appearances or 56 matchups, 26 wins for Manchester United, 20 wins for Manchester City, 10 draws. Majority of Manchester United wins coming in the earlier stages, more of Manchester City's wins coming in the latter part of their appearances, of more recent, as Manchester City has been a little bit more dominant over the last few years. The odds and the Vegas predictions for this one do have Manchester City favored to win, slightly at minus 150. More interesting to me is that the over-under sits at plus 3.5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in seeing how the goalkeeper situation is. Maybe that helps bring down that 3.5 number. But we could be in for a high scoring game. I feel like, though, I don't know if it's going to be super high scoring, but I just really hope I really hope our new goalkeeper can get the start, because I just don't like what Man United have been dealing with for a while now. But then you also have Donnarumma that looks like he will probably get the start for this game, right?
Yes, I mean, if you think of it that way, you could see 2. Now, I don't want to say new in the aspect of Gianluigi Donnarumma is not a new goalkeeper, but 2 new goalkeepers, at least from a squad perspective, the first starts that they may get, which could be leading into that goal summary that they have, the odds of over under 3.5. Maybe that's why they see this as a high scoring game. They also could be looking at it from the perspective of Haaland coming off a international friendly where he scores a hat trick in 37 minutes.
Yeah.
If there's a form you want to be in leading into a rivalry match like the Manchester Derby, it's the form that I think Haaland showed in his previous match. But will he carry that over?
Yeah, I mean, if he can just pretend Man City is Norway, I think he will do great. I feel like he's been playing really good for internationally. And that could be running up the betting odds for it to be a high scoring game, like between the goalkeeper changes and Haaland scoring that many goals. I'm hoping that most of those goals they're not expecting to come against Man United, so hopefully it could be a back and forth game. But no, that I'm curious if Haaland will be able to just carry some of the momentum from the international break. Hopefully he could delay it a game and you could have him play well after this Derby match.
Start it next week, yeah. Hey, you feel that he will have to carry that momentum a little bit because we are working with some injuries. On both sides, I think injuries are a little bit more prominent on the Manchester City side. So Manchester City side, some big names on the injured list: Cherki, Marmoush, Savinho. But on the other side of the table, you do have Cunha, who is doubtful, Mount doubtful, Martinez not playing.
Yeah.
So, injuries could play a factor, but I think there are injuries on both sides. So does that even things out a little bit? Manchester City, I think, obviously lineups are not set in stone. We probably won't get those until about an hour before matchup, but it looks like Rodri is back to health and should get the start.
Yeah.
Which will help them defensively, controlling that middle of the field. But again, nothing set in stone. That's just preliminary lineups.
Yeah, looking at the predicted Man City lineup, it's really not looking that terrible if they get Rodri back. And then they got Donnarumma fixing their goalie issues. Yeah, they'll probably run. I'm expecting they'll run their 4-3-3 again, and I could bet the house on what formation Man United's gonna come out with. I don't think it'll be shocking to see them run their 3-4-3 like they have this entire time.
Interestingly enough, Vegas has the odds for them to have 3 in the backfield at plus 7,000.
Plus 7,000. So
yeah. So, and we're back talking about that. Technical difficulties is not the first one we've had tonight. I think we've been recording this 15-minute episode for what, 3 hours?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, one thing after another. Top performers, players to watch. Who you looking at? For me, obviously you got to be looking at Haaland and seeing if he can carry over that performance he had, or at least some of that energy and that performance over to this game and scoring some of those goals. But also, if Donnarumma does get the start, I think that's going to be another one to watch and see if that doesn't strengthen their backfield. And I'm not going to say clean sheet because the over/under is 3.5, but
yeah.
From a Manchester City perspective, those are the two that I'm going to be keeping my eye on.
Yeah, for me with Man United, few things I'll be keeping an eye on. Seeing how our defense and just the goalie keeper situation pans out, because we really need our keepers to come up with those handful of big saves in the game that can be the difference between winning and losing. And just seeing how our back three go up against Haaland and co that are coming at us. And the game too, I think it's going to be really important just trying to keep control in the midfield. From attacking perspective, since they're missing a few players, I feel like Sesko will probably get the start. But I've been really happy with how Mbeumo has been playing. And I'm just hoping we can see a good game out of him in the derby as well.
Yeah, we'll just hope it doesn't go to penalties, huh?
Yeah, and also, if somebody can score a penalty kick goal like the Wayne Rooney 2011 derby, I'd be pretty happy about that. And yeah, like you said, just no penalty kicks, just bicycle kick goals all day long, and I'd be happy.
Yeah, we shall see. Final predictions. I, with no disrespect, even though you wouldn't be able to tell by my get up today that I am rooting for Manchester City, I couldn't find my jersey, so I couldn't wear it. I decided to just go with the good old Bayern hat. But ultimately, my match predictions are going to be a Manchester City win, 3-1, 3-2. I do think, to your point, the rivalry and the type of game that this is, the clash of these two teams, I do think that elevates both teams. So I'm kind of leaning a 3-2 Manchester City win.
I lost you for a sec.
Oh, it's all right. I was just saying you guys are going to lose 3-2.
Oh, great. So you upped it from 3-1 to now 3-2.
Originally, I was going to say 3. I was on the fence. I do think I do think the rivalry will play a factor, and it'll be a closer game than I would like to expect. If I was making a prediction with my heart, it's 6-0 Manchester City. Manchester United get blown out, Amarin gets fired, and then all hell breaks loose. But realistically, I think a match like this is going to be closer.
Yeah. You forgot to wear your jersey, so those bold predictions aren't going to happen. I got my hopeful score, my realistic score. I have a bad feeling about this game. I still think it's going to be close, maybe like a 2-1 loss, but it's a derby though, and form kind of goes out the window in a lot of these derby matches, to where it's just which side has the most energy on the day, who's fighting harder in the game. I think both teams have something to prove coming into this, since they've had not the greatest start of the season on either side. So, yeah, my ideal score would be anything that is a Man United win. But I do think we're going to have a hard day for us going away at Man City. But you know what? I'll say a tough 1-1 draw.
Well, folks, you heard it here first from Cody himself. He's taking the unders, and Manchester United will lose. And with that, only time will tell.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Who do you think is going to win? What do you think the score is going to be? And will Amarin lose or keep his job? Until next week.
And when will it happen if he does?